Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Sidetrack here, doing our Let's Play. Between last episode and this episode, I was a little bit busy. I came in here, I actually expanded some of our storage capabilities, so we can store things like wheat and nether wart, and all that's empty. And furnaces, because, you know, those 11 furnaces are really important. But I think I've got pumpkins in here. No, maybe I don't have pumpkins in here. Well, I need to add pumpkins. Maybe that would be better for... Actually, I need pumpkin seeds. I'll play with it later. So, this go-around, I kind of want to finish automating our setup downstairs. And before we get to that, we need to make a couple things. It's about time to graduate up to a slightly more advanced energy conduit. So we're going to make ourselves some redstone energy conduits. And these are really quite nice. So I'm going to make a stack, well, not quite a stack, but I'm going to make some of these, and I'll meet you over at the liquid transposer to fill them up. Alright, here we are at the fluid transposer. If you've never made redstone energy conduits, you just take the empty redstone energy conduit, and you stick it in a fluid transposer with some redstone. It takes about, what, 200 each one? Pretty cool. So there's one more thing that I want to make, and that is a Thaumcraft item. So we're going to go in here. Alrighty, so the Thaumcraft thing that I want to make is not the Transvector interface, but it's actually made with the Transvector interface. So we need the Transvector interface, and we need one glass pane, one quicksilver. We're going to make ourselves a mirrored glass, Transvector interface, and where'd that redstone comparator go? Right there. So we're going to make a Transvector Dislocator. Alright, the other thing we need for this block to work is the Transvector Binder. So we'll go ahead and make ourselves one of those. Now the way this works is, well, from my understanding, is that it will actually swap the places of two blocks. Now why might I want to do that? You know, why doesn't this setup kind of work perfectly fine? Well, it does and it doesn't. So I've noticed that basically once this is full, as soon as these things turn on, this starts to drain out. Now, even though it will remain full because these engines will kick on, what ends up happening is that, you know, if, say, I'm just using one furnace, well, these engines will produce more power than that one furnace is producing, so you'll end up with a backlog. So I actually ended up making myself a second redstone energy cell to kind of handle that buffer. Well, that worked for a while, but it doesn't last forever, because eventually the second redstone energy will also get full. And so I kind of installed this little switch to turn off the system if I want to turn it off, and turn it on if I want to turn it on. And that works okay, but I'd rather not have to worry about it at all. So what I think I'm going to do is actually set up this energy cell so that it is connected to the engines. And then I have a separate energy cell that I'm going to set to when it says it's empty, then swap the places of the two energy cells. So it can come over here, it can get full, and then shut off the machines once it's full. And then when this one drains, swap it over, which I think would be pretty cool. So I'm going to kind of work on setting that up. Alright, so I've kind of got ahead and set up a very basic idea of what I kind of want to have happen. So I want to have two redstone energy cells. I want to have one that kind of goes to the engines. And I want to have the other that goes to the my storage system. I guess, let's see, wait. No, this one goes to the engines, this one goes to the storage system. So what I want is when the one that goes to my, basically all my devices, when I say storage system, I mean like the furnaces, you know, everything that needs power is going to be going from this one. And so when this is empty, I want this to emit a redstone signal, and then using this translocator box, it to switch the two. Now, I was kind of playing around with this a little bit, and what you kind of have to do is you put down the translocator, and then you have to take a transvector binder, and right-click on there. And then you kind of have to shift right-click in order to do this. And it says binding complete. And then when you apply a redstone signal, and you'll notice that I didn't set this up right, and I kind of did that on purpose. When you apply a redstone signal, it swaps the places, which is pretty cool. So it's basically on redstone pulse. You'll notice that when I turn it off, nothing happens. So it's important to note that this gets put down facing you. So you kind of have to turn around and switch it that way. Okay, so now these two did get switched, even though it didn't look like it. I also noticed that their graphics seem to change slightly. So this one is 0, and this one, wait, hold on. I put energy in one of these. Oh, I bet you it drained out into here. All right, let's see. Let's fill it up a little bit. Let's come over. Actually, we can probably take this one. Does that have anything in it? And this will be very obvious. All right, let's do this. Hopefully, and let's get rid of these for right now. Just so we don't drain any more of the power. Okay, so this has energy in it. And when this has energy in it, this is going to emit a redstone signal. And do I have any? No. Let's get some redstone just to show that off. Redstone. Oh yeah. I also I set up. I think I already told you that. Never mind. All right. So redstone signal is being emitted. Very cool. And this. Okay. So this has power. Redstone signal is being emitted. Now, what we're going to do is actually need to reverse that, because we want redstone signal to be emitted when this is empty. Okay? So we're going to have to go upstairs and make ourselves a NOT gate. And the NOT gate, let's see. Easiest thing to do is just use a NOT gate from Project Red. So I'm going to make some of these wafers. I need to melt down some stone. And I will be right back and we'll craft this. Alright, in order to make a NOT gate, we need to do 3 cathodes. And cathodes are very simple. 1, 2, 3. Throw those in there. We need to do 4 of these circuit plates that are being made right now. We need to do 1 anode. That's fairly simple. Throw that in there. And we need to do 1 conductive plate, which is also quite simple. Throw that in there. Alright, now we should have enough to do our NOT gate. Excellent. Okay, so I don't think I should have to finagle this. So the NOT gate simply says, if there's a redstone signal, don't emit anything. But if we swap the places of this... Oh, I have to rebind it. Haha. Bind. Bind. And... Whoa. Wait a minute. That's interesting. Now that wasn't doing that before. Where's the... Oh, it's on the top. That would explain part of the problem. Okay, let's try this. Let's pick you up. And that's interesting. It also swaps players. Now, I did not know that. That's... I mean, I read in the thing it says it swapped entities, but... So you could use it as, like, your own secret gate in some place. That would be really kind of cool. And it swapped this too. Okay. So, where's our little binding thingy? Where'd it go? I'm blind. Nope, there it is. Kind of blends in. Okay. So let's try this. We're going to bind... Nope. Transvector block first. Okay. Let's try this. There we go. And you can notice the texture is kind of stupid. That'd be really funny if it turned them both into hardened energy cells. Actually, it wouldn't. But anyway, so this one is empty. And you will notice that it's now emitting a redstone signal. I think it actually might have turned it both into a hardened red energy cell. I didn't... Intriguing. Okay, so that's good to know. Don't use this on 2 different energy cells, because it's a good thing I wasn't using like an ender energy cell. Alright, so this is empty, and it's emitting a redstone pulse. So this should work. If we set this up so that as this drains out of energy, as soon as it hits 0, this is going to turn off. The NOT gate is then going to turn on, and we'll just route this signal back to the transvector locator, relocator, whatever it is, and that will send the pulse. It'll switch the places, and then this should be full by that point because it will be sitting at the engines getting full, and then when it drains, it'll switch them back. So I'm going to go see what I can make out of that. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do it, so it may take a little while. I'll get back to you when I figure something out. Oh, no fear. So as I picked it up, it turned back into a redstone energy cell. So that's good to know, even though I think it really did turn into a hardened energy cell. So, yeah. Okay, so I think I kind of know what I'm doing right now. It's not 100% perfect, but it's at least getting there. Alright, so what I've got is my Transvector Relocator. What is it called? I'm sure I'm saying this wrong. Transvector Dislocator. Okay, well I was kind of there. So Transvector Dislocator is sitting here and it's attached to this redstone energy cell and this redstone energy cell up here. Now, let's see, this should be, is it flipped around? Because this should be receiving. Let me go around and look at the other side. So what should be happening is energy should be draining from this cell into this cell. And now why is it not? Put it on. Now we really want it on disabled. Oh, that's why. Because just the top is out. So now it should be draining. And it's still not. This should have the input on. I bet you it's going the wrong way. Oh, I know why. Okay. Where'd it go? Because I have both of these two things set in different directions. Okay. So both of these blocks need to be set going in the same direction. There we go. Okay, so this is set going in this direction. This is filling up with power. Now we need to come over here. And this, okay, is slowly draining power out into here, which is then passing it into here, which is then filling up. Excellent. So this is what I want. So I've got a nice large buffer of energy just in case I really need it for something. At some point we probably should make ourselves some ender energy cells, but I kind of want to get this taken care of first. So how does this work, you're asking? Well, it's pretty simple. The redstone comparator is not comparing anything right now. It's basically saying what's in this chest or what's in this energy cell. And whatever is in this energy cell, I'm going to emit a redstone signal that is proportional to the amount of stuff that's in here. So as long as there is some power in here, it will emit some redstone signal. And the NOT gate says as long as there is a redstone signal, I will not emit any power. Well, when the energy cell gets empty, this comparator stops emitting redstone signal. The NOT gate stops getting a redstone signal, and so the NOT gate will emit a redstone signal because it's just an inverter. It's pretty simple. So then a redstone signal will go down our rednet cable, and it will go into the Transvector Dislocator, which will switch the places of these two blocks. Pretty cool. You can see that at this rate, we probably need some more engines to be able to fill this up, you know, more than what it's got right now. However, this is filled with energy. This is starting to fill with energy, so we're making headway. It just will take a little while to get there. Now what I need to work on is this redstone comparator, because when this is full, I want these engines to turn off. So we need to decide how we're going to do that. We're going to send it a comparison pulse with orange. And so orange, you know, I kind of want to run it all the way up here so I can turn it off really easily if I need to. So let's do this. I could even run it upstairs, but I think right now I'm not going to. So let's send this around and over. do. Alright, up, over, over, over. We can plop that down right there. And we want to make this orange so that we can turn off the engines very quickly if we need to. Oh yeah, I don't even know if you noticed. I totally cleared all the engines that were right here. So we have plenty of engines to stack on here once we get it going. Excellent. Okay, so redstone pulse. And let's go ahead. And if we give it a pulse, this does not emit a redstone signal, which is what we want. So we need to send that there, and I need another redstone. Be right back. Alright, redstone. Go. Okay, so as long as this does not get a redstone signal, these engines will continue to run. Now we need to somehow connect this around to this side. Maybe I'll just go tunnel down beneath. Might be the easiest thing to do. It's nice not having an aqueous accumulator under here. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, no redstone signal because this is not full. This is still filling up rather nicely. Excellent. So now this should have... I wonder if I messed something up. So that's emitting a redstone signal. This is white. White should have sent a pulse to our Transvector Dislocator. Why did it not? Alright, so I think I might have gotten it working downstairs. However, I kind of have to wait for this energy cell to drain in order to actually test it out. But in the meantime, what I was thinking I'd really like to do, since we're playing with power, is make one of these awesome resonant ender cells. So we're going to have to get ourselves a regular redstone energy cell. So we're going to have to make that. And then we're going to have to upgrade it. So let's go ahead and work on a redstone energy cell. So we need the frame. Go ahead and grab one of those. We'll need to take it over here and fill it up. And hopefully I have enough. No, maybe I don't. So let me go melt some stuff, I'll fill it, and get it all ready. Alright, have our redstone energy cell. Go ahead and get that. Now we're going to have to make some of this enderium. And for enderium, we need to make some pyrotheum. Now the pyrotheum, I think we need 4 for the each. Alright, so enderium blend is, oh boy. We need to get some resonant ender. What else can we do? Pulverizer, nope, just shapeless. So we're going to need some, oh, shiny metal. I don't know if I have any shiny metal. May need to try and make some. How do we get shiny metal? Wait, come back here, shiny metal. Shiny metal, we're obviously need a shiny ingot. If I have ferrous ore and I pulverize it, I have a 10% chance to get it. Well, I have been stocking ferrous ore a little bit. So let's take this to the pulverizer. We should have a chance to get at least one thing of shiny metal out of this. So we'll let this pulverize and see what we get. Cross your fingers. Well, that was quick. Got a shiny metal. So we need to take shiny metal, and I think it was silver. Was that right? Enderium. And a resonant ender bucket. So we are going to need shiny metal. We're going to also need some pulverized, see if I can actually read this, tin, tin, tin. So 3 pulverized tin and some resonant ender. So we need ender pearls. We'll grab a stack just in case we need it. We're going to need ND tin, tin, and definitely going to have to Go find some more tin. Take out this. We don't need any more of that. Do we get any more shiny metal? No. Wow, I guess we just got lucky on the first one. Okay. And we are running out of juice. So let me go move our energy cell and be right back. Alright, so this should be filling up. Well, it's empty. So we've got our 3 pulverized tin. We've got our shiny metal back over here, of course. Let's make our enderium bucket. So let's get that out of here. Put that in here. Switch this to... There we go. Get the redstone out of there. And... this just needs some power. Why is there no power? Because this is set not to extract from the top. So this should start the whole process going. Yeah, it's filling up. Okay, cool. So once these melt, I'll be back. Alright, making our enderium bucket. Says we don't need all of this to be turned into resonant ender. So it's only 5 per bucket, which is kind of nice. Alright, 4 enderium blend. Now the enderium blend we have to take mix with the pyrotheum dust. And we'll do that in our induction smelter. Throw that in here. Throw this in here. And this is pretty cool. I've never made one of these before, so I'm kind of excited. It's going to be more energy than we know what to do with. Which I'm not going to complain about. Alright, 2, 4. Excellent. Alright, bring this over to our crafting table. Throw our energy cell in there. 1, 2. 1, 2. Wow. 50 million redstone flux. That's just beyond comprehension for me. And for now, let's stick it right here. So it's going to drain a lot of power out of here. And we're going to be able to see max input. I don't know. What's the maximum you can take? Wow. That can take a lot. Make sure this max, yeah, it's set to max output. So this is draining. We'll come back once it's drained. Okay, at some point soon this should switch. And I'm going to just kind of keep recording until it does. Alright, but we notice that this one is now full. So, stopped our engine. So that's a good sign. That part's working. We just need this to switch. Which it should any moment now. I hope. Alright. Okay. Good. Looks like it switched. Alright, good. We've got this thing working. So, I thought it was a couple different things. At first, I was like, well, maybe there's something about this block. And so if you noticed a second ago, this was actually I had chopped this out and it was just a redstone. You know, you can go back and look. But that wasn't it, because I just replaced this and this just switched. So we're good. The thing that I think it was actually, I had a couple of these cables placed around here, and I think what it was doing was applying a redstone signal, and then it was kind of like creating some kind of a feedback loop, I think. If you spot what happened, then let me know, but I think that that's what it was just I had too much stuff going here, and I think it was looping, and yeah. So once one signal was applied, it just never shut off. Alright, so pretty cool, pretty cool. Now, I'm not 100% sure it's going to stay fixed, but at least we have this signal working so that we will shut our engines off, you know, in the unlikely event, well, hopefully unlikely event, that these two don't get switched. Now, you know, some of you might be thinking, why bother even doing any of this? Because, I mean, we have tons and tons of material, and these engines do throttle themselves back. So why bother? Well, I don't like to waste things. I'm kind of anal like that, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so before we leave for today, because we've got a couple minutes left, because I'm trying to keep it under half an hour, we can go ahead and get rid of this pressure plate and get rid of this, oh, of course, redstone cable because they're not needed anymore because we have changed our redstone signal in the back to just work all the time, and so our system will work all the time. But there's one more thing that I want to do, and that is, do I have an auto? I do, excellent. So you'll notice with our pumpkins, and let me go ahead and show you, we are pumping in straight pumpkins. Well, we don't use the pumpkins in our biofuel reactor, we use the pumpkin seeds. So we need to set up some kind of a system to change them from pumpkins pumpkins into pumpkin seeds. And I need an item duct. Okay. Back down we go. Now, where do we want to put this? You know, let's see. So, items get dropped off here. We can just do this. This will actually be quite simple. So item gets dropped off there. Pumpkins go in. Pumpkins come out. And in theory, there should not be a massive amount of pumpkins at any given time. Hopefully that's going to be enough space there. I don't like the way this is getting cluttered. I'm going to definitely have to to do something about all this craziness and organize, but that actually requires some thought on my behalf, and I'm not very good with thought. So, alright, no pumpkins are being brought. I guess that just means no pumpkins have grown lately. But let's test and see if this is going to work out. And we are going to have to... Do we have any servos? We do. Excellent. Just make it a little easier on myself. Use a servo instead of a redstone signal. Alright, so input, output the side, throw that on here, and set it to low. Cool. Excellent. Oh, and it looked like it must have just done something. So let's throw in a whole stack of them. Let's see what they do. Uh-oh. It's going to have more than it needs. Let me take out half of these. I don't know where the other ones went. Oh, 33. Okay, cool. Excellent. Well, now we're bringing some pumpkins in. And we are making some pumpkin seeds. And hopefully this will go fast enough, because I like free, cheap, easy stuff. So we'll see. Very cool. Alright, well, we have mostly automated all of this. You can see that I kind of sat for a little while. This is mostly full. I kind of wandered off, and anyway, you don't care. So everything seems to be working. This has been switching back and forth several times now. Oh, it just refreshed itself. Excellent. So the Transvector Dislocator looks like it's working quite solidly. We have automated everything. We have lots of room in our AE system. Excellent. Excellent. Well, I'm feeling pretty good. So next time, I think we're going to have to set up a tree farm, because we need to get the efficiency of our bioreactors up a little bit more. I've been sitting still for too long. Because, you know, while we have plenty of material, I'm, like I said, a kind of a stickler for not wasting things and making things as efficient as possible. So, until next time, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you build some awesome things in Minecraft and then just have an awesome life. And I will talk to you later. Take it easy.